The new year is upon us, and that means it's time to feel recharged, refreshed, rejuvenated, all the rees. And your lovely little apartment can absolutely play a role in achieving that fresh, minty, new year, new me vibe we're all after on some level. In this video, I'm going to give you some specific ways to breathe new life into your small apartment so that you can start the new year feeling refreshed and ready to thrive in your small space. And even if it isn't the new year when you're watching this video, hello, you from the future, I think this applies to really any time of the year. Because we all go through this phase sometimes where we're feeling uninspired, kind of bored, maybe low-key claustrophobic living in a small apartment. Let's talk about how to remedy that. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Steffi, and I'm the creator of the interior style blog, Moda, Misfit, as well as the online course, Small Apartment Styling School, and you're watching Living Pretty, the place for apartment styling tips. And before we dive in, I wanted to let you know that you can now watch my workshop, Decorate Your Dream Apartment Without Spending Money on the Wrong Decor for You, on demand. It's an hour-long workshop that you can watch whenever you want. I walk you through specific things you can do to discover your personal style, how to create a mood board, to visualize how things might look before you start buying, and I give you my shopping tips. So if you like my YouTube videos, definitely check out my workshop. I will link to it below and also here, or is it over here? God damn it, which side is it? Because it goes so much more in depth than I could possibly go into in a YouTube video. So now let's dive into what you can actually do to recharge your apartment decor and your overall daily life. Let's use our environment as a way to tap into our best selves. So my first tip on how to recharge your small apartment life is to make a list of ways that you could improve your apartment. Think about what's actually been bothering you in your space. When you're sitting on your couch and you're looking around, what are the little things that just don't really work for you? Do you have the wrong coffee table sitting in front of you? Do you have ugly, what are those called? What are those, the things that are, the light switch things? Switch plates. They're called switch plates. Okay, fuck. Sorry. Do you have ugly beige switch plates that totally throw off the look of your apartment? Which is something that has always bothered me about my space, but I never did anything about it. Could you use a few more decorative pillows on your bed? Chances are you probably do, because there's no such thing as too many decorative pillows in my book. Do a personal style check-in with yourself. Is your current apartment styling resonating with you? Are you actually expressing your personal style in your space? And if you don't really know what your personal style is, well, that is where I come in. That's what all my videos are about. That's also something that my free 1-hour workshop that you can sign up for will definitely help you with. Again, that too is linked below. Basically, just do this personal style check-in and assess what isn't working, what is working, and list out the ways that you can actually improve your space. What are the actions that you can take? What are some pieces of decor that you can buy to enhance your space? What are some pieces of decor that you can remove? A huge part of styling is actually removing things, editing. You know, if you just move one thing, that can unlock so much style in your space. My second tip for recharging your apartment decor and lifestyle is to do a deep clean. Now this one is pretty obvious. I bet there are probably 100 YouTube videos that have gone up in the last week all about doing a deep clean in your apartment. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna be doing one of those videos because I don't like cleaning, frankly, and I don't like documenting it. So I will let other YouTubers create their awesome deep cleaning videos. I don't want to make that video. I already hate cleaning enough, and filming it just makes it sound even worse. But despite my hatred of cleaning and organizing, that is something that I am going to do. I am going to do a really good deep cleaning session. Vacuuming, organizing cabinets, dusting. So get ready, Kobe, we're gonna be doing that.
Sign me up.
Basically, if you want to recharge your small apartment, getting rid of clutter, making things, look and feel clean, that is going to just in itself refresh your space and therefore refresh your mind. And if you really hate cleaning as much as I do, here's a little mindset trick that I play on myself. Basically, I choose a podcast or an audiobook or maybe one of my favorite albums, and I tell myself that I am going to listen to this podcast, and I might as well just clean while I'm doing that. So it's just a small mindset shift in which you make it about the desirable fun thing. I'm going to listen to a really good true crime podcast, and I'm also just going to be cleaning at the same time. Oh, the tricks we must play. My next tip for recharging your space is a very simple one, and it's very much in line with what I was talking about earlier with editing and removing things from your apartment. So this one is similar to that, only it's to simply move things around. So maybe it's not about adding things, maybe it's not about removing things completely from your space. Sometimes it's just about relocating something. This is where my good friend experimentation comes into the equation. Experiment, move things around. If something doesn't look good when you move it again. I think we put way too much pressure on ourselves to get things right the first time. That just doesn't happen. You have no idea how many things I had to try in this apartment before it actually felt good for me. This is where a lot of people convince themselves that they're not good at decorating because they don't get things right on the first try. You're gonna get things wrong on the first try, more times than not. It doesn't mean that you're bad at decorating. It just means that you need to move things. You need to experiment. If that vase doesn't look good right there, try it over on that nightstand. Interior styling is all about evolution, change, fluidity, and just experimenting until it all clicks together. So to recharge your apartment, just try moving things and see how it feels. And then keep moving things until it feels right. My next tip for recharging your apartment decor and lifestyle is to be intentional in setting a mood. So much of what makes an apartment experience feel good all comes down to mood and ambiance. Mood doesn't happen by accident. You have to actually do things to set a mood. Light a candle. Figure out the lighting in your apartment. Are you using your overhead lights still? I know I've talked about this a lot in my videos, but I'm gonna keep hounding you until you stop flipping that light switch and using your overhead lights, because overhead lights will kill the mood in your apartment. Even a beautifully decorated space can be destroyed by bad lighting. So please invest in a good floor lamp that imparts a nice soft glow, and that already will increase your style points by like 10 to 15 style points. Good lighting is like drinking a style elixir that increases your style points by 15%.
The new estimate is about 16.75%.
16.75% style point increase. So think about mood, think about ambiance, think about lighting, think about home fragrance. I've done a couple videos about my favorite candles and reed diffusers. I will link to both of those below. I'm also going to be doing a new one very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I'm telling you, home fragrance is a huge part of what enhances the mood of a space. Mood comes down to appeasing all of the senses. It's about experience, not just visuals. And speaking of experience, that leads me to my next tip, which is to think about how you actually spend time in your apartment. How do you interact with your space? Do you feel like you're old friends with your apartment, or does it feel like you're strangers? How can you befriend your apartment? The last thing we want to feel in our space is a lack of belonging. We don't want to feel like a stranger in our own space. This should feel like your home world, not an alien planet. So how do you enhance the experience in your apartment? How do you make it feel like your space, like you belong there? This all goes back to being intentional. You have to take actions to create an environment that feels like your own. Create memories, have experiences, even simple ones. Delight in the simple pleasures. Relish the feeling of making your coffee in the morning. How can you make the simple act of making your coffee in the morning into a pleasurable, aesthetically pleasing experience? Does something like that come down to just having a beautiful mug that makes you happy to look at? Does it come down to making your kitchen nice and tidy and stylish so that when you walk into your kitchen in the morning to make that morning coffee and start your day, you feel like it's simply a good experience? How can you take these small, even mundane experiences that you have every day in your apartment and heighten them? For me, this is where interior styling comes in. The fact that I have created a stylish apartment that resonates with me as a person makes it so that these small, little, mundane tasks feel incredible. Interior styling is a gateway to enhancing your life and your daily small experiences in a beautiful, meaningful way. At least that's what it does for me. So I want you to think about how you can take these small experiences and enhance them. And my final tip for recharging your apartment is to get out of your apartment. There's really not much to this one. Sometimes the best way to fall back in love with something is to give it space. And this tip definitely applies to my fellow work from home people, which I know there are a lot of us now in this day and age. And if you're anything like me, you're a hermit who actually just loves being at home and can actually last inside an apartment for a freakish amount of time, living the life of a little mole in a hole who doesn't leave. That's my vibe. But the unfortunate side of being like that is after living in my little hole for days and days and days without leaving, that is not great for any human brain. We all need to leave sometimes. So how I've done this is I've started taking long walks in the morning, which I have never been a walker. I'm kind of allergic to any physical activity of any kind. So I have never been one to go on walks and be the girl who walks, but I've been doing that lately, and I've been doing it most mornings, and I am loving it. And if I can love it, anybody can love it. I've also discovered the benefits of going down to the community lounge area in this apartment, which I have ignored for most of the 5 years that I've been living in this building. The simple act of changing your environment can give you such a renewed sense of focus and drive. Get out to a coffee shop. You can go to the library. There are all kinds of places that you can go to just get out of that apartment and change your work environment for a bit. Then you can come back to your apartment and fall in love with it all over again, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. Your apartment probably needs a break from you too. So get out. All right, those were my tips on how you can recharge your apartment decor and overall apartment lifestyle. Sometimes it's those tiny little actions and mindset shifts that make a world of difference. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel refreshed in your apartment? What are some of the things that you do to sort of recharge your experience in your space? Let me know below. And remember, your apartment is destined to be pretty, and you are pretty powerful. And before we dive in, I wanted to let you know that my HIT workshop, can't say HIT workshop. Such an asshole. I'm running out of battery. God damn it.